Today we're finally gonna finish up that big field that we started probably a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks ago. Stuff I'm about to rake has gotten rained on twice, and so it's not the best quality stuff, but today we can finally get it off the ground and the sun's shining. And so the plan is to rake it up, let the wind and the sun get at the bottom half of it, and then we plan on baling it later this afternoon. So the rake's all ready to go. So down on this side, you can see there's a little water standing. I'm pretty sure that's the only spot that I have to rake today. Well, I'm not gonna get it raked, but that's the only spot I'll have to go around today while I'm raking. Otherwise, I should be able to get the rest of it. You can see there's water sitting down there. I had to go around 3 different water spots, and I don't know if I should break it into 3 separate sections. When I'm using one side of the rake, I kind of go to the end of the field and work my way around to the center, working in a corner. And so going around wet spots just makes it really difficult. There's another one right up ahead. Raking up a little bit of mud, leaving a little bit of tracks. I ain't liking it, but I gotta get this stuff raked up somehow, otherwise it's gonna leave bare spots all over. It's gonna ruin the grass a lot next year. And so I just gotta do what I gotta do, I guess. So the last few days, Dad and I have just been working on some random stuff. Like the combine wasn't starting, and it took a while to figure it out, but there was a few mice in there and they cut through 24 wires, and so I had to splice all them back together, and it probably took about 2 hours to do that. We also, if you watched the last video, finished cleaning out the soybean bin, and so it's nice that that's all done. We can move that auger and get it out of the way. We still have 2 more grass patches that need cut, but they're probably both underwater right now. They're really low ground. They're usually pretty wet, and it's an exceptionally wet year, and so we're sure that it'd be wasting time, and we'd put ruts in the ground, and we might even get stuck. I don't think any of us have ever been stuck haying grass, but it might happen this year if we were to try those 2 grass patches. One thing I gotta do is I gotta block this other side up, but lately this hydraulic's been leaking or something, and so I mean, you can see there's a lot of gunk back here. When I put it into number 3, it doesn't settle down, so I'm gonna take it out of 1, put it into 3. Number 3 must not be leaking as much, or really any, so I can pick it up and get out there and put the block in it before it settles back down. And you may ask why I don't just keep it in 3 and use 3. It's because I like it and I do what I want. Dad's been baling for about a little over an hour and a half now. And we'll go check out how that's going, see if the bales are wet. He's leaving the field pretty clean. You can't see big globs of grass still laying on the ground. And so we'll We'll check out this first bale here. It feels pretty dry. Little color to it, but it feels dry. And so he's just getting to that pass that I didn't flip, you know, because when I'm working in a circle, when there's just that one pass left in the middle, my rake is too wide, and if I would try to rake it, I just end up clipping the other windrows on the sides, and I just mess them up. But if this windrow that I didn't flip is dry on the bottom, it's not that big of a deal. And so you might be thinking, well, if it's dry anyway, why would we rake it? Because when he bales things that haven't been raked, the baler has a hard time picking it up, and you'll see it kind of matted in the grass underneath. Even when we're not putting two together and we don't need to dry it, but raking it helps reduce a lot of loss from it being stuck to the ground and just laying too low for the baler to pick it up. Jeff's hauling bales, Dad's baling. I'm just walking around doing nothing. So when we're baling, we have this monitor, and it tells us how high each side is getting. That way we can have a nice even bale. And then the number in the bottom right tells us the diameter in inches. And we try to go for, well, it beeps at 68 inches.
It warns you at 64, so you're ready, and then it starts putting that wrap on at 68.
Yeah, so by the time we get stopped, sometimes it's about 69, 70. And we just back up a little.
We back up, so when I let the bale out, if the kicker doesn't push it far enough ahead, I pull ahead a little bit so I don't close the end gate on the bale and wreck the net wrap and possibly bend the tailgate.
So if you saw on the bottom, it was saying E4. And if we look on our code sheet, E4 just means we're out of net wrap. So we go to the back, and there's an extra one in the back here.
And then just push the button here that says wrap, because it doesn't have net wrap on it yet.
So even if you wrap that last one a little bit, you gotta wrap it again to make sure there's not.
Yep, because when it tells you it didn't wrap, you don't know if it's got a half a wrap or 2 wraps, or that it wasn't a full 2.6 wraps that we haven't set for right now.
So that'll be a wrap for me. Get it? We'll get the majority of this done. We basically got everything except the stuff that's sitting in water. So by the end of the day, everything that's cut will be baled. I think I mentioned earlier, we got 2 more fields that need to be cut, 2 more fields of grass, and we got a 3rd cutting of alfalfa coming. It should be here pretty soon. And so thanks for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. See you later.